masses of snow drifted across the water in a rare natural spectacle.
Pra quem não acredita no tamanho das crianças que tem aqui, ó, dá uma olhada no tamanho da besteira. Ó o sossego dela, ó. Que da hora, ó. Ó.
A bewildered explorer films a floating log completely blanketed by a massive swarming colony of river insects.
هذا علش المر السائل اللي يطلع من شجر الحبة الخضراء. شوف هذا يلزق بحلقك. هذا علش المي.
A seasoned forager expertly harvests a thick, iridescent medicinal gel seeping directly from a living tree trunk.
هذا علاج جرثومة المعدة. هذا بس بالصيف يطلع من هذا الشجرة. يعني طريقة.
A hilarious practical joke unfolds as a prankster dumps a large bird into his friend's lap and sprints away, leaving the target baffled. A fascinating hyperlapse video tracks a vehicle cruising past a mesmerizing, perfectly geometric retaining wall design. A curious kid turns a standard plastic bucket into a makeshift looking glass to closely examine a shallow creek ecosystem. Crystal clear water revealed an incredible underwater world beneath the surface. A cargo ship lists violently in a massive ocean storm, sending a row of heavy shipping containers plunging into the crashing waves. A maritime close call turns destructive as a towering commercial vessel clips the stern of a smaller boat parked in the harbor.
After this collision, they'll probably stay connected, in court.
An infrastructure disaster unfolds in Brazil as a tall boat misjudges the clearance height and smashes its upper deck directly into a low bridge. A massive shipping vessel experiences a chaotic deck accident, sending heavy equipment and an unfortunate crew member plunging into the water. A completely unique reef fish shaped exactly like a half-bitten apple glides gracefully through the crystal clear water. A paddleboarder experiences a heart-pounding moment as he navigates a narrow waterway teeming with hundreds of crocodiles and alligators.
Can we check to see if you have
A wildlife handler gently opens a mother kangaroo's pouch to give the camera a fascinating, rare glimpse inside as it feeds.
That's a brand new little baby.
Colorful sheep looked painted by nature, but the glass created the entire illusion among all 520 of them. Spectators watch in disbelief as two luxury yachts misjudge a turn in the marina, resulting in a loud A reckless boat captain slams directly into a busy pedestrian bridge, striking the concrete structure while moving traffic passes overhead. A thunderous mountain fracture sends a massive cascade of earth and boulders crashing down a steep hillside. Removing corn kernels with perfect precision turned a simple task into satisfying footage. Scooter lost control inside the garage and nearly ended in disaster. A commercial vessel loses steering control, drifting helplessly before crashing bow first into a concrete shipping dock. A thundering demolition sequence at night captures the exact moment a massive steel bridge is detonated, collapsing into the dark river below. A daylight storm chaser stands his ground to film a menacing, high-intensity tornado tearing across an open field. Falling cargo from the truck nearly sent the biker crashing onto the road. Pedestrian escaped by inches as pickup truck rushed dangerously close. Two massive cargo ships suffer a glancing blow, tearing open steel side panels as they collide in a narrow shipping channel. Furious gale force winds trigger a massive landslide that completely obliterates and blocks a narrow mountain pass. Security cameras capture the exact moment an invisible, high-pressure atmospheric blast effortlessly flips a parked pickup truck. A violent mountain windstorm leaves a trail of destruction, overturning heavy utility vehicles and shattering their windshields. Skier narrowly avoided being swallowed by a rushing avalanche. Quick braking prevented a serious collision with the e-bike rider. A colossal container ship scrapes tightly against a concrete pier, generating a spectacular shower of sparks along the dockside.
I filmed it. Look at the trolley over there. Look at that. Look at that. It's being totally damaged. Oh yeah, it's being hit hard. Ecco, video.
What the fuck?
Bystanders film in shock as a runaway freighter plows straight through a marina, crushing a dozen smaller boats tied to the slips. Panicked citizens scramble for high ground as a violent, high-intensity earthquake aggressively ruptures the city streets. A freezing weather front barrels through a coastal town, bringing a blinding mixture of thick mist and high-velocity wind.
Apa naon? Ya Allah ya Robbi.
A homeowner uncovers a skin-crawling surprise after discovering a massive cluster of spiders and insects swarming his porch.
Oh, Masya Allah.
A macro lens tracks the hypnotic precision of an exotic spider weaving a flawless, hyper-intricate web. Train demolished the stranded truck after it became trapped on the railway crossing. Brake failure turned the truck into a rolling disaster that somehow avoided every vehicle. A heavy maritime transport ship nearly capsizes after taking on water, but the crew pulls off a miraculous stabilization at the last second. A satisfying landscaping video shows a worker using a specialized tool to cleanly peel away a layer of thick mud from a pristine green lawn. An adrenaline junkie turns a muddy, rain-slicked hillside into a giant slip and slide. A specialized botanical worker uses deft hand movements to perfectly harvest a row of rare specimens from a leaf. An angler pulls off a bizarre catch, dragging a highly unusual mud-dwelling fish with a face resembling an octopus.
Look at that. This is
a fascinating underground time-lapse reveals the hyper-coordinated engineering of ants carving intricate highways into the dirt.
They've actually built a bridge with themselves on the little bit of plant material, and they're crossing right over to the other side. Look how amazing that is.
Holy shit, I'm gonna fall.
No, you're not.
Perfect reflexes save the falling object from disappearing beneath the truck. Massive landslide thundered down the mountain before stunned spectators. Backyard hailstorm hammered the ground with incredible force.
Gente do céu, eu nunca vi isso na minha vida, gente. Olha o tamanho do granizo. Jamais visto, gente. Jamais visto. O que é isso, meu Deus? Destruiu. Destruiu tudo. Destruiu. Acabou com...
A street performer displays unbelievable core strength and balance, spinning effortlessly inside a massive, human-sized steel ring. A veteran laborer leaves onlookers stunned by effortlessly balancing 5 heavy bags of cement directly on his head while walking.
That is 250 kg. Wow, and them was 20 minutes ago. What's about 250 kg bag of cement? Christian.
A hidden bathroom security camera catches a hurried toddler executing a lightning-fast hand wash before instantly darting out of the room.
Papa?
A playful afternoon by the creek goes hilariously wrong when a boy loses his balance and slips face first into a muddy puddle. A man tries to show off by jumping on a cracked log floating in the lake, only for the timber to instantly snap and dump him in the water. Volcanic smoke rising above the mountain created dramatic scenes from the boat.
Watch out for the shock, it's coming. Holy smoking Toledos.
Beach suddenly came alive as countless insects emerged from the sand.
Are they not beautiful?
Living carpet of insects covering the man's hand looked strangely fascinating.
Look at how amazing they are.
Rare red and black butterflies stood out like a flying piece of artwork.
Así de fascinante es perderse en la magia.
A heartwarming family video captures a young, long-haired toddler exploring an open field in a moment of pure curiosity.
36 inches.
A heavy cargo truck nearly flips entirely over into a ditch, but the quick-thinking driver executes a perfect countersteer to save it. Bystanders dive for cover as a runaway pickup truck loaded with heavy logs swerves wildly across the road. A high-speed motorcycle crash on a slick bend triggers a chain reaction. 2 deep-sea fishermen get an immediate jump scare when a massive, aggressive fish vaults straight out of the net and lands on them. A weightlifter pushes his absolute limits, capturing a moment of pure shock as he successfully smashes his personal record. Glowing ground created a surreal scene that seemed almost supernatural.
Let me show you something. पूरे आसमान पे कोई बादल नहीं है. ये देखें. I'm really scared right now. मतलब ये क्या है?
Single storm cloud flashing with nonstop lightning lit up the otherwise clear night sky. A fallen motorcyclist looks on in horror as a ruptured fuel line begins spraying raw petrol across the hot engine block. A vintage steam locomotive thunders along the tracks, throwing a spectacular towering column of thick black smoke into the air.
Move, move, move. Everybody go! Move!
Construction workers ran for safety after violent explosion filled the sky with smoke.
Move, move.
A quiet evening on the porch dissolves into laughter after a friend loses his footing and takes a dramatic, uncoordinated tumble into the yard.
Do you have any fish in the car?
Floodwaters and drifting debris tore the bridge apart in spectacular fashion. Relentless hailstorm transformed the landscape into a battlefield of ice. Rock-filled landslide crashed down the mountain with unstoppable force. A massive, customized wall of subwoofers unleashes an intense sound wave that physically rattles a stadium floor. Floodwaters swallowed the entire house as onlookers watched in disbelief.
For a winter phenomenon. Check this out. The natural, perfectly seared ice balls.
Waterfall carrying giant snowballs look like something from another world.
的那地上居上啊！哎，启动来，不能实在的。哇，这什么玩意儿？马上准备，好，哎。
A piece of heavy industrial machinery operates with hypnotic fluidity, automatically transporting massive shipping containers across a yard. Culinary enthusiast showcases a brilliant kitchen hack, utilizing a specialized solution to instantly separate impurities from used cooking oil. A master apiarist safely extracts a dense, glowing slab of pure honeycomb from a massive wild hive.
Wih, pisau hampir tak tembus. Mantap. Alhamdulillah, balanya.
Flowing water disguised as a frozen sphere created a remarkable optical illusion.
So much.
Mirror-like mountain water appeared completely motionless despite flowing beneath the surface. Snow removal became oddly satisfying to watch with every clean pass. Floating in crystal clear water looked like the perfect escape into nature. Ship collided with dense sea ice and quickly retreated from the frozen barrier. A nature photographer captures pure aesthetic perfection as thousands of migratory birds simultaneously take flight, darkening the sky. An aquaculture worker triggers a highly satisfying scene, hand-feeding a massive, uniquely plump exotic fish at the edge of a pond. Boat passengers pull off a frantic defensive maneuver to repel an aggressive wild snake attempting to slither over the hull. Extreme mountaineers pull off a miraculous escape, dodging a sudden barrage of heavy boulders tumbling down a sheer rock face. A backcountry expedition turns into a high-stakes survival situation when a climber slides down a steep glacial slope but is saved by a teammate. Spider carefully weaving its nest revealed nature's engineering at work. Handling a giant snake with complete confidence created a truly unforgettable moment.
Dapat nanjak ini. Aduh.